Welcome, everyone, to the 11.5 episode of Akashic Answers with Emily. We are going to train together for the next 30 minutes. Actually, no, I extended the time of the show. We're hanging for more like an hour now. What's up, Kevin Hodak? You know what's about to happen in here. All right, guys. So if you are joining us for the first time, I'm Emily Harrison, founder, director inside the Akashic Academy. And on this show, we are going to do some exercises together. We're going to tap into the Akashic Records. And most importantly, we're going to channel wisdom, insight, and clarity that is going to help us in our lives over the course of the next week. If that sounds good to you, send some love, likes, hearts across the screen. I'm excited that you're here with me. Also, let me know where you are tuning in from, and I'll let you know where I'm tuning in from. I'm coming to you live from the high Sierras here in Reno, Nevada. We have a storm rolling in. It is definitely wintertime. The seasons are shifting and changing. Our world is shifting and changing. Timelines are shifting and changing. Specifically, what I'd love to highlight for you all this week is awareness around how fluid the timeline seems. Okay, does it feel like your life is rearranging at a moment's notice? Maybe you feel like you agreed to it. Maybe you feel like you didn't. We will talk more about that today. So if you are new to the Akashic Records, I would love to share with you more about this magical space and how it has changed my life. So if you are new to the Akashic Records are the realm of consciousness that hold all intelligence, past, present, all possible futures, and has been recorded from a neutral perspective. Neutral means unconditional love and zero judgment. And when I discovered that this realm existed, y'all, first of all, I got really excited about the possibilities of what information, what is unseen, what is not completely understood about our world, our lives. I got excited about what I could tap into. Actually, one of the first questions I asked when I learned to read the Akashic Records were, what up with the pyramids? And what I got back from the Akashic Records was that sound technology was used and they began to activate my sight. So within my imagination, within my own internal sight, I was able to see this happening, see it unfold, which is pretty freaking cool. All right. And in addition to understanding the mysteries of the cosmos, the mysteries of our modern day world, we can also understand the mysteries of our life. And that's why I really love to use the Akashic Records, because it allows us to tap in and get instantaneous wisdom, guidance, and clarity from a soul perspective about our challenges here on the planet. I don't know about you, but I have faced some challenges in my life. I grew up small town Missouri. I decided to pull the plug on conventional life in the Midwest when I was 19. And I moved to Los Angeles, where I became an actress for 20 years. And that's where I discovered the Akashic Records. So when I moved to LA and became an actress, I had some beginner's luck. I had a manager and an agent find me really quickly and start sending me out on auditions. But what I discovered, y'all, was that I sucked. I was not very good. I definitely needed some training. So I enrolled in the best acting class that I could find in the city, Joanne Baer and D.W. Brown. And I started getting more and more auditions, and I was getting a little bit better. But what I noticed at this point was I was learning the craft of acting. I was getting good in my head, but it was really hard for me to fully embody it, especially when it mattered, especially when there was pressure on me in the audition room. I would get nervous, and I wasn't able to hold the frequency of how good I felt like I really was in those moments. So I began doing things like meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, things that really helped me master my own subtle energy body. So what is your subtle energy body? Your subtle energy body, that's your emotions, that's your nervous system, that's your thoughts. And I had no idea how important this level of personal mastery would become until my life shifted from being a Hollywood actress. What happened was I started doing all of this meditation and Tai Chi and Qigong. And in addition to studying acting, and I started getting a ton of acting jobs, more and more acting jobs. This is what I wanted, right? My career was taking off. Although, for those of you who haven't actually experienced Hollywood before, it's a numbers game. The more auditions that I was getting, where I was getting the job, the more I was losing out on too. And truthfully, I was depressed. I was taking depression medication in my 20s. I was trying to balance between being a young mom and pull of a career in Hollywood. And that messed up all kinds of my neurochemistry and wasn't creating the satisfying results of feeling truly happy in my life that I wanted. Although I will say, when I was meditating, when I was learning, I was a sponge for like 20 years too. I just wanted to absorb everything I could get my hands on, whether it was about Reiki or theta healing or dream work, whatever it was, I was interested in all of it. So this is where I was truly finding the peace that we humans are here to experience 24/7. I was only experiencing it when I would check out of the 3D world and go into woo land. Anybody, if you can relate, send some love, likes, hearts across the screen or let me know in the comments. Y'all feel better when you're meditating, when you're in woo woo land, and then you go back into the 3D world and shit goes haywire. So this was the place in my life where I was at. I felt really peaceful when I was meditating, and I wanted to make a shift, a change. I wanted to help others doing that. And y'all, really, I just started following my intuition. I'm not going to go into the long story. It's not super long. I tell it all the time, so I got really good at telling it. Although I am going to just gloss over it today so that we can get into questions and answers. All right. But when I discovered that I could help others by reading the Akashic Records, first I had to go through a big ass initiation helping myself with the Akashic Records. So I had to show up and take care of that depression. All right. I had to show up and take care of that inward pull that I had that was creating dissatisfaction for me in my life. I had to show up and take care of challenges that I was experiencing in my marriage that, yeah, a lot of them were because of him, but a lot of them were because of me too. They were because of both of us in the immature state that we were in, and our, the tools that we had to communicate, they were not very good. If y'all need some tools today, we can talk about tools. And as I began to shift and change my life, I was so excited to remind the planet, remind you guys that you have this ability to tap into. There's nothing special about me that allows me to tap into the Akashic Records. Okay, I'm going to do it for you today. But by the end of the training here today, I will show you how you can do it too. All right, so here's how it works. The records hold all intelligence, past, present, all possible futures. They can answer literally any question that you have. All right, so I want you to start lighting up my chat box with questions that you have about your life personally, about the state of the world, about the cosmos. We got cool stuff happening in the cosmos with 3i Atlas. All right, and I'm going to tap in. I will channel insight from the Akashic Records, and then we will also do some energy healing that will help all of us shift and change, okay? And here's the beauty about this show. What I notice is that the intelligence tends to stack on each other. Okay, so the guides will continue to bring in more insight, more aha moments for us to work really deeply. Somehow it'll all get woven together. I don't know how it happens. I just show up. And the other thing that I just want to say is thank you for being here, because the show doesn't happen without you. It doesn't happen without your questions. Like Lynn Roth here, throwing in your questions. So while I tap in with Lynn's question, I'm going to invite the rest of you to drop in, figure out a question that you can ask today. All right. So Lynn says, why can't I find other options? Raise hand, etc. All right. Well, I'm not exactly the tech girl, Lynn, when it comes to figuring out how to raise your hand, although I think that you pretty much did here by asking a question. So what the guides want me to drop into and channel for everybody is what to do when we feel like we're at dead ends and we're waiting for an option to emerge. We're looking for opportunity. We're looking for solutions, okay? All right, so let me tap in and see, what do the guides want to share with us today about how to use our powers, our skills when we feel like we're at a dead end? All right, give me some comment or give me some emoji in the comments if you feel like the answer to this question is going to help you. I feel like it's going to help me. All right, so tapping in. And here's what I'm doing, guys. So I'm using a piece of ancient technology that we all have. It's called the crystalline tube of light. It's part of your energy body. And it's a crystalline tube of light that runs up and down your spine. And this is a plasma technology. All right. So I want you to imagine, you can just go ahead right now and imagine tapping into your own crystalline tube of light. What I do is I anchor it into the core of Mother Earth, the planet that we're on right now, and then send it out the top of your head, all the way up through the layers of space and time. Exit the universe, exit the multiverse. Inhale as you anchor into the Akash, the all that is, and pull down the intelligence, okay? Imagine the intelligence is spiraling down that crystalline tube of light, moving into your body. And I also shut down my monkey mind, all right? This is not an opportunity for my logical mind to come in and try to make sense of things. So what I just gently do is, with my intention, with my imagination, with my awareness, I imagine moving the consciousness from my mind, monkey mind, and I move it down into the heart to begin to activate the heart mind. Okay. All right. So when we feel like we are at a dead end, the guides say the very first thing to do is to get still, get very still within ourselves. I got chills through my whole body. The normal default, I'm going to put the computer in here, or I should say the pitfall for the human when you are in that state is to freak out. Like you're just like imagine an animal in a corner that doesn't know which way it's going to go. All right. That's the tendency, is to freak out and to feel like we have to move into a decision, a solution. Somewhere the guides are saying, sit in stillness. They're saying, remember the process of birth when we're in the womb and birth becomes imminent. Okay. And it's dark and we're disoriented. We don't know which way is up or down. And then the contraction starts to get very uncomfortable. And this whole time it is dark AF. And then as the cervix begins to dilate and open, the light streams in from seemingly nowhere. Okay. That is what we're being asked to do right now, is to be in a state of stillness in preparation for birth. All right. And the guides want us to go into that state right now. So I'm just going to invite you, put one hand on your heart, one hand on the belly. This helps you really drop into some of the power centers in your body. And we're just going to breathe very slowly, very deeply. Breathe as slow as you can. And the guides are saying that this is going to help everybody feel more comfortable in slowing down, because our nervous systems are trained to go haywire when we get calm. Okay. Nice, slow breathing. We're resetting our nervous system. We're telling our bodies to relax as we go into these deeper states of reflection. Okay. And the next thing that's coming into my mind is insight that I heard from, and I've seen this TikTok video twice now, and I can't remember the lady's name, but she's talking about Freudian psychology, excuse me. And she talks about when we're holding polarities, like it's a yes or a no, go this way or go that way, go left, go right, polarities. If we're not clear about which direction, or neither of those directions feel right anymore, neither of them feel good anymore, we are invited to hold the uncomfortability, hold the tension in a state of stillness until the third option emerges. Okay? The guides now want me to talk about the Native American peoples who are on the shores of the Dominican Republic when Columbus landed. Okay? So the shaman, the indigenous people of the land, there were certain ones whose job it was to go sit out on the shores and meditate, gazing at the horizon every day. And The gazers of the horizon, the shaman actually knew 3 days before the ships appeared that something was coming. Why? Because they had studied the horizon for so long, so specifically, that even the slightest disturbance of energy of a ship coming, they noticed that disturbance. And because they knew something was coming, they held the field, they held the frequency for their eyes to adjust. Now, this is another part of this legend, is that another reason that they couldn't see the ships right away is because their eyes, they had never seen this before. And their eyes needed to adjust. All right, so what the guides are saying is it's very similar. The new earth is coming. Y'all know about the new earth? Let me know if you need me to talk about the new earth some more. Send some love, likes, hearts across the screen. Type new earth in if you want to know a little bit more about the new earth prophecies. Okay, if you feel like you're good, I'm just going to keep going. Don't be shy, though. I love talking about it if you want to hear more. All right, so the new earth is coming. These new paradigms, these new systems, these new structures that actually support the expression of the divine blueprint of humanity, of each one of us. And if you're here on the planet right now, you are part of this prophecy, this evolutionary shift. Sherry wants to know a little bit more. All right, Regina wants to know a little bit more. All right, so the New Earth prophecy, I'll talk specifically how it comes in through the Hopi, the indigenous, through the story of the rainbow tribes, the rainbow warriors of light. Okay, so what this prophecy talks about is that there will be a time when the earth is in great peril. And it's, by the way, guys, this is not just a Native American Hopi prophecy. You can find versions of this prophecy everywhere. Your grandma talked about it when she said, society's going to hell in a handbasket. Okay, so lots of different extrapolations of this prophecy. Specifically, the prophecy of the rainbow warriors looks like souls who have incarnated in the indigenous tribes. Maybe you were one of those shaman watching on the shores of the Dominican Republic, but we've incarnated into the original, or our souls have had incarnations in these original tribes that hold the knowledge that really comes from Lemuria, Atlantis and Lemuria. So if we go back even farther than these Native American lineages back to Atlantis and Lemuria were a time also when we lived in this 5D civilization. We lived in peace, prosperity, joy. The divine blueprint of Earth was being upheld and animated through all of her citizens. Okay? There was peace. People had plenty to eat. They were excited and happy and joyful and healthy and collaborated with each other and with the greater cosmos and with interdimensional beings. The veils of density weren't so thick here. We weren't caught and trapped by the Maya, the illusion. Okay, and this is where we are returning. But since the time of Atlantis and Lemuria, we started fighting. We wiped out that civilization. So we reincarnated. We came back. A lot of that knowledge incarnated into ancient Egypt. Okay, but here's the Lemurian side of things. Was the Lemurians wanted to stay in harmony with nature, with the natural rhythm of Earth. And the Atlanteans wanted to forward technology. And eventually they fought about it so much they blew themselves damn up. Blew them damn selves up. I don't know quite where to insert the curse word to make it most effective. Sorry, I like that. Got a bit of a potty mouth if you haven't noticed. Although I don't think I've dropped the F word yet today. Is Mama here? Usually when my mom's here, my mouth is a little cleaner. Okay, so the Lemurians, that intelligence definitely incarnated into more modern day societies and is very much upheld in the Hopi prophecy of the rainbow warriors of the new earth. Okay, so we are souls who have lived in these other timelines and carry this wisdom. It's encoded within our DNA. You're smarter than you realize. Take some deep breaths right now. Starts to unlock your DNA. Breathe some light up and down your crystalline tube. It's going to activate that DNA, the intelligence that you carry within you. Okay, and we're here to wake up right now into these modern day lives and remember this ancient wisdom that's going to help us, one, take responsibility for our missteps. All right, just like I shared in my marriage, I could point a lot of fingers. On paper, it looks like it's not my fault. I'll just say that, okay? And the truth is that the subtle energy dynamics of who each one of us are, we've got to learn about where our traumas are playing out and causing us to go into sabotage mode, where we're sabotaging our health, we're sabotaging our relationships, we're sabotaging our careers. We've got to take responsibility for that. Okay, so the evolution has progressed to the point, so it's no longer Atlantis and Lemuria fighting themselves. It's all happening within you. You also have the Atlantean, Lemurian, you got both sides in you. We've all got shadow, we've all got, and I don't want to say that the Atlanteans were the shadow beings, by the way, either. Okay, we've all got aspects of light and shadow. The Atlanteans are amazing beings. I have incarnated several lives into both of those civilizations. Okay, all right. So let's see. Let me come back to what the guides want to say. Oh yes, the guides wanted us to tap in, activate the ancient wisdom that is within your DNA. Everybody is receiving an activation into your ancient wisdom today. Okay, and now we want to use our powers to hold the frequency of the new earth together. Okay, Kevin says the new earth is here, most can't see it yet. I concur with Kevin. My understanding is 99.99% of the cosmos, of our universe specifically, is already operating at 5D, at the frequency of the new earth. However, most of us can't see it because we're vibrating too low. We've got too much density. We're too hooked in to the false world, the world of the Amaya, the world of the illusion, the world of the news. If you're watching the news, you better stop that. No, if you want to watch the news, watch the news. Just notice what it does to your energy frequency. It is causing us to continue to perpetuate shooting out images of peril onto our planet. So right now, I'm going to invite you to use your power. By the way, human beings, we are a masterpiece. We are so effing powerful. This is another part of ourselves that we don't know yet, that is unseen, although we're waking up to it. And practices like this, coming into sacred containers like this and training and learning and opening your perception to see differently, this is what will activate you. So thank you for being here right now, focusing on the third eye, shooting all of your energy of love, peace, prosperity, joy. Fill your house with it right now. Good. Send it to your neighbors, especially that neighbor that you don't like. Send extra to that neighbor, okay? Send it out into your communities now, out into the states that you live in. Let it cover the planet now. Let that energy, that pulsing energy of the new earth come from your third eye, connecting into the dodecahedron. That's a piece of sacred geometry that surrounds our planet, that is responsible for the projection of reality that we all experience. So I'm teaching you how to hack into reality right now and consciously send in what you want. This is where you get to vote. This is your vote. Okay? Vote for the new earth. Okay, let's see. The guides want to do a third eye activation too. The guides want you to continue. They want to invite you to continue to work with this energy over the course of the week, once a day. If this is your mission, should you choose to accept, once a day, activate your crystalline tube of light. Okay, anchored into the core of Mother Earth, into the Akash. Drop your consciousness into your heart space and project into the field the new earth. what you desire to experience for yourself and your family. Okay. I'm going to activate your third eye. If you want to receive this activation, you can say yes right now. We'll be doing it by proxy. So, your third eye, this is the particular chakra within your body that turns on your psychic powers, your intuition. I got a special little gift for y'all, by the way. If you want to get better at your psychic skills and turn on your intuition, I have a free training that I'm going to pop in the comments right here for you. Oh, that's not the right one, but I do want to share this one with you too. Okay. The Bridge Expo. This is the amazing conference that I was at 2 weeks ago in Dallas that has forerunners in terms of visionary speakers. And if you would like a virtual ticket so that you can sit front row and hear all of those speakers, that's where I want you to go get it. All right, I want to give you here intuitive development. For those of you who would like to train your intuition, here's a link right here to a training that will activate your intuition so that it becomes a reliable source of wisdom for you in 15 seconds a day. Okay, y'all, you need your intuition because intuition will fill in the gaps that your logical mind leaves behind. Okay, logic and intuition, feminine, masculine, Atlantean, Lemurian, they're all designed to work together. And truly, this is how the powers that were, some of my friends say that, the bad guys, the shadow forces, which here's the deal. There's really no bad guy. There's no shadow force. I know it feels like that. Here on this plane, we have the opportunity to experience duality, light and dark, for the purpose of our learning and growth. But as soon as we raise our vibrational frequency high enough that we get the truth, we're no longer inhibited by lies, by fear, by playing small, by scarcity. You will see through it. But the reason you don't see through it right now is because your intuition has been suppressed from you. It's been hidden in plain sight. How do they tell you, or how do they get you to suppress your intuition? They say intuition is made up. It's child's play. It's imagination. It's not real. And we feel embarrassed to use it. And guess what? You are programmed to do what your friends do so that you can fit into the tribe and not get ousted, because if you get ousted, you're toast out there, okay? So that's programmed into your DNA. We humans are so influential. Let me take two. Humans are so influenced by the tribe and by what is acceptable to the tribe. Okay? So if you would like to turn your intuition back on, here's how you do it. Gina says, did I meet Dr. Lee? I did meet Dr. Samuel Lee. He was on my list to meet. I love this guy. He talks about Christic consciousness energy returning here on this planet. He talks about stargates and how our stargates, the grid system of the planet in certain places, has been manipulated. He talks about peptides and how you can pump up your human physical body some more. Yep, I was happy to see Dr. Sam. All right, we're going to go into another question here. Rose Marie Perez, I'm happy you're here. Question to higher self. Do I go through with telling my story and guiding other awakened souls? Heck yes. Everybody, yes, 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 yes. If anybody is feeling an urge to come out, to be more embodied, to express yourself, to share, it is a hard yes. We activate each other so fast by doing this. Okay, and the guides want to bring through an activation of courage for Rosa Marie, and everyone out there. I'd like to know who else out there who's feeling guided to step out into your power, your authority, not only to shift your life, but to help others as well. How many of you guys are feeling that? This activation is going to be for all of you. Awesome. All right, so we're going to activate sacred courage. All right, we're going to activate this through our solar plexus. That's your inner sun. It's about 2 inches above your belly button. If you would like radical courage to see yourself differently, okay, so here's how the guides are building on the work that we're doing here. So we did an activation of the third eye, which is going to not only open up all of your intuitive senses, but it's specifically going to help you see yourself differently. Now we're going to activate courage. Courage to see ourselves through the eyes of unconditional love. This is going to be a powerful one. This is change everything, actually, the guides are saying right now. Okay. What would become possible for you if you knew you could not fail? It's a question that one of my mentors, many of my mentors over the years have asked me. It's a good one. Because here's the secret to getting to that point where you cannot fail. And that is, you got to love yourself so stinking much. So for those of you who are ready, I want you to type yes in the comments. I'll be working by proxy with each one of you. I've got the tuning fork. This is calibrated the frequency of Om. It's on my solar plexus right now. Courage, radical courage to love ourselves unconditionally and to walk the path of what that means. Feel it. Yes. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Patty. I see you. Thank you, Regina. I want it too. I'll take a double. Anybody else want a double? Okay, the guides are saying also to prepare you for when we do energy work like this, it's working on your subtle energy body. So it's working on your thoughts, your emotions, and you also have thoughts and emotions and stuff stored in the tissues of your body. So this stuff starts to release as we do work like this. And you might feel really good after you get off the show, and then you might just tank later on tonight. If you do, shoot me a message, drink a lot of water, cry it out. This is actually very, very good for you though. Okay. Because what's happening is we're shaking loose these frequencies that are stored in our mind, our bodies, and our emotions that are no longer a match for our divinity, observing ourselves as divine. Okay. So be prepared for that. Go ahead and cry it out. Emotions, if you fully get present with your emotions and just let them move through your body, they're going to last from 90 seconds to minutes. Okay. You don't have to stay in your turmoil for years, decades. It does not take that long to move energy. Your body is very smart. Your tears are an illuminated technology that will crystallize the information that's happening and move that shit out of your body. Okay. I was just talking to a good friend about that last night. Jonathan taking a double. Oh, Joanne. Good job, Joanne. Okay, we're going to take, I whacked that one hard. Breathing into the solar plexus now. Breathing in courage to see yourself differently. Cool, good stuff. All righty, let's get into some more questions. Send some love, likes, hearts across the screen. If you are enjoying yourself with me today, I'm enjoying you. I can tell you that. All right, let's see what else we have here today. Oh, Sebastian Jean Felix. How did I do? That was kind of fun. All right. Hi, Emily. What do the guides say about abundance at this time? Very, very good question. All right. Let me tap in, see what the guides want to say to us about abundance. They're saying abundance can be most effectively produced or experienced in the outside world when you experience it within. And because the timelines are so fluid right now, we can also manifest very quickly and easily. And I'll talk about fluid timelines right after this, okay? So if you want to increase abundance, the abundance that you're experiencing in the outer world, go inward And you got to feel good on the inside and expand that energy. So when you're feeling abundant, what is abundant? How does abundant feel to you? So for some people, a lot of people, abundance is money. But remember, abundance is also ideas, an abundance of ideas. Truly, your ideas are more powerful and valuable, and the finer frequency. You can work way more powerfully with your thoughts and ideas than you can with any other frequency here on the planet. Is abundance an abundance of laughter in your life? What is abundance to you? What does that feel like? Tune into your body right now. And as if you were a Hollywood actress as well, do what's called sense memory. Bring up a memory where you can feel that feeling. The greatest joy, okay? The richest you ever felt, the healthiest you ever felt, the most creative you ever felt. Bring that up in your body right now. And then turn your awareness inward and focus on it. Where do you feel it in your body? I can feel it in the womb, in my guts. I feel it vibrating in the soles of my feet. I can feel it in my back heart. And I actually feel my whole body tingling. I can almost tune into a color or a sensation, a magenta energy inside of my body. Your color can be whatever is appearing for you. And just imagine expanding this energy as you put your awareness on it and you begin to locate it in your body. You name it. You notice the colors around it. As you put all of your consciousness on something, this is something I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza. He says it really well. There's convergent focus and divergent focus. Okay? Divergent means that it's like a laser, it's all expanding in a bunch of million different directions. Make it convergent, it's going to all come in laser focus. And when you bring your awareness, your consciousness into that convergent style where you're focusing on everything inside of your body, what happens is you activate whatever you're focusing on. You activate the innate intelligence. Even more specifically, you activate the innate intelligence. The plasma tube of light gets activated, and the innate intelligence in whatever you're focusing your energy on begins to open and expand. Okay? If you are somebody who has ulcers, you can go into the body, focus all of the energy. I use white light. White light is very specific because it holds all the spectrum of color, of frequency, which ultimately is just information. It's just data. White light holds all data. And if you have an ailment within your body, you focus all of your energy on all of your attention on that part of your body. You will activate the innate intelligence within your body. And likely what will start happening is you will start to understand more why you created or manifested the dis-ease or the ulcers in the first place. And you'll start to get ideas on how you heal yourself. Okay? Glenn says, I see abundance as having everything you need when you need it and being joyful. I love that. Let's go back in, Jedis. Tap right back into the field. Crystalline tube of light anchored into the core of Mother Earth, into the Akash. Drop consciousness from the mind into the heart. Blast into the field right now through the third eye. Having everything we need when we need it and being joyful. Good job. You guys are working hard in the field today. I love it. Sherry Hahn said, I've had some instant manifestations this past month that are mind-blowing. Yes. Cool. Thank you, Sherry. Hold the space, everybody. If Sherry can do it, you can do it too. All right? We are all truly one. So thank you, Sherry, for sharing with us that you are having success out there. All right, so the guys want to talk about the fluidity of the timelines right now, meaning Things can shift and change at a moment's notice. In some areas of our life, we kind of want that. All right, so the guides are saying, think about an area of your life. Okay, I got to light some shit on fire at this point. Energy is getting big in here. All right. Think of some areas of your life where you would like instant shift and change. What would be in your highest timeline? Your highest timeline is the one where you have the most joy, the most abundance. So the most instantaneous awareness of your peace and your joy. And what does that mean to you? What is that version of you doing? Okay, tap into that right now and hold that frequency, because the possibilities are they're so for us right now. The possibilities are endless. And the universe is rooting for us. The universe wants us to get what we want. The universe wants us to experience heaven on earth in this incarnation. Good job. All right, the guides are also saying, think about, let's work on deconstructing a timeline right now together. Not only are we sending our energy, our influence into the timelines of highest potentiality, let's use our power to collapse some timelines now. So let me tune in and see how the guides want to invite us to collapse old timelines. Okay. What the guides are saying is they want us each to locate the most victim-ass version of ourselves. And we're human. It's okay. It's okay. Let yourself off the hook. All right. But get truthful with yourself here. Where do you tend to complain, blame, shame, perhaps yourself or others? Okay. That's the most victim-y timeline. We're going to collapse the victim timeline. So anywhere where you are in a victim timeline or that timeline is bleeding through and it's affecting you, we're going to collapse it right now. So the timeline is where you either feel or you're dishing out blame, shame, guilt. Okay? Find your most victim-y timeline right now. Pull it up in your imagination. And send the white light. White light is that universal healing light from the Akashic Records. Remember, we're plugged in with the crystalline tube. I might just shoot that white light right out your heart. You can shoot out your hands like your Spidey if you want, whatever works for you. And I want you to send that white light into that timeline. Send it into the people of that timeline, the people that hurt you, the people that, where we become the scapegoat. Yep. Also, all of the characters in your victim timeline, send white light through. And what this white light is going to start to do is going to help you think about things differently. Okay. As you begin to think about your circumstances differently, the old timeline naturally collapses. All you have to do is think about your circumstances differently. Okay. The guides are saying that some of you out there have some major old timelines to collapse, ones that you want to get those collapsed ASAP. All right. Because they are preventing you and, well, they're preventing you. I'll just keep it with you. We all got to do our own work. They're preventing you from experiencing your highest timeline, which is right here and available for you. Like Kev said, the 5D is all around us right now. If you are not currently experiencing it or experiencing your highest timeline, we want to collapse some of the other timelines that are bleeding through so that you can be fully clear in your highest potential. Okay, so for those of you who feel like that is the next step on your path, this is an offer, an invitation that I would like to give you. It is a free call. with me. Okay. This is called an initiation interview. This is for those of you who are wanting to collapse the timelines in your life. You're serious about it. You're ready to train and not have things that are coming up in your field that are inhibiting you. Okay. Once you tap in and you learn to read your Akashic records, everything becomes your teacher. This planet is set up and designed that way. It's a living library planet, and our souls come here to learn. And when you tap into the frequency of the Akash, you can read the energy of the situation, yourself, the experience from the cosmic level rather than from your human perspective. Makes sense? And every single person on the planet can do this. All right. I am going to do one more round of it here for us all together today. So shoot me one more fabulous question, please, in the comments. I'm going to dive into one more question. Kev is so fortunate to have actually healed all past traumatic stuff. So I am sending white light energy and help into those who need it. Thank you, Kevin. It is possible to get all of our stuff cleared. We can actually clear all of the trauma in our mental body, our emotional body, our physical body, and our light body in this lifetime. Christed consciousness is available in this incarnation if you want it, right? But you gotta clear the cookies on your browser first, Sherry. That is correct. All right, so we've talked about some great stuff here today. We've collapsed the victim timelines. Oh, the guides are saying, let's lean in and do just a little bit more work there. What becomes possible for you now that wasn't possible for you before? I want you to think about that. It's a very important part of the activation. Now that you have collapsed the victim timeline, what becomes possible for you now that wasn't possible for you before? Tune in. I'll be quiet for a moment. Yes, I can do that. Watch me. While you get messages from the guides, I'll be quiet. Expand it. Expand what is possible for you. Are you already seeing differently? Are you already seeing differently from all the activation that we've done in here? Good, 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 good. All right. Sebastian Jean-Felix has the final doozy of a question today for us. What are the guides saying about Three Eye Atlas? All right. Well, I did remote view Three Eye Atlas with my advanced students a week and a half ago, when it was the day before perihelion, when we tuned in and connected with Atlas. And definitely an archive. It's an archive plasma being, a sentient being. The ship itself is sentient. I do feel like there are individual consciousness on the ship. Like, I would call them crew, humanoids, intelligence that is sentient intelligence that is there. So the archives, there's a lot of data being collected and data being activated here for us. The different perceptions, the levels of perception for society are being activated. So our internal vision is being activated. Okay. Then our vision to see what is happening and what is possible, the truth of what's happening in society, is also being activated, as well as our cosmic perspective being activated. I do teach remote viewing to my advanced students who have trained in the Akashic Records, and we use techniques like the remote viewing, as well as understanding sacred geometry, the 7 Hermetic principles. We train in alchemy, because as you begin to know and understand how the consciousness, not only how the consciousness works, how you can move it outside of the body, but you also understand the cosmic laws of the universe, you become absolutely unstoppable and powerful. And Three Eye Atlas is here to aid in the awakening and expansion of humanity. One of the coolest things about Three Eye Atlas is that we as a collective sit here and watch, and are like, oh my gosh, is it sentient? Is it not sentient? Is it alien technology? I guess we're not alone in the universe. I always thought that disclosure was going to look like everybody having more alien experiences or ET experiences that I've had, that a lot of people have had, where we see ships in the sky. You might have encounters with beings. And I thought that, oh, it's going to scare the crap out of humanity when they all come landing here. Like, good luck to us. Here's what's blowing my mind is that we are all watching as this amazing story unfolds. And the only conclusion that we can come to is we aren't alone out there. It's happening right in front of us in a very, what I feel like is a very non-threatening way. I'm not scared by this. I know that when people first find out and they don't understand the bigger knowingness of our cosmos, get a little bit unnerved. But I feel there's no threat at all that's being posed to humanity. In fact, many of our future selves are part of the consciousness that is the crew of that mission, that being, I'll say. I also feel like that Three Eye Atlas originated back in the Lyrian star system, when we experienced the conflict in Lyra and Vega, when there was the reptilian infiltration that basically created a lot of polarity for us to learn through polarity. And we've been learning through polarity in the cosmos through many different star systems, evolving until we get to this point now, where I truly feel like we're gonna win this time. We have already won. See if you can tap into that feeling that we have already won here on this planet. All right. Once again, if you are ready for more advanced training, I want to invite you to jump on a free call with me where we can talk more about the Akashic Records, if it's going to be a right fit for you to create the breakthrough that you are wanting to experience in your life, whether you are wanting to heal health issues, whether you are wanting to fix relationship patterns, whether you just feel confused and depressed and don't know who the heck you are. You will find out by the end of this training. You will know. Yes, we have already won. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. Next week, I'm going to have a super special guest, Dr. Ramina. I met Dr. Ramina in Dallas at the Bridge Expo. This woman is phenomenal. What she's doing in the healthcare system first will blow your mind. And then you'll learn that she's a young mom, the coolest little kid, little boy, the most gentle. Like when I first met Dr. Ramina when I was interviewing her, and she was talking about the work that she does and the book that she has coming out. And then we ran across each other the next day when she had her little boy with her. And this powerhouse of a woman was so sweet and gentle, and all of the characteristics of that mom energy when you got the little ones, the divine feminine. And then she told me that she was former military as well. I'm like, okay, we got to come talk. And she's releasing a book, so you guys are going to get be some of the first to access that book and what Dr. Amina has going on. So make sure that you come back and join me here. I love you all so much. You've done a great job today. Take a moment and just place the hands together in prayer pose. Slight pressure against your left and right palm. It's going to create balance between the left and right hemispheres of your brain so that your Atlantis, Lemuria, divine feminine, masculine, logic, intuition can fully integrate all of the intelligences come in for you here today. Have your thumbs touching each other in the heart. And just take a moment to give thanks for all of the knowledge and healing that you received here today. And then acknowledge the frequency of oneness, which means that dodecahedron, that grid that's surrounding our planet that projects our reality. Tap into that grid and make a conscious deposit, knowing that all the aha moments that you had today, those can become available for all of humanity. All right, good work. High five. If this broadcast has served you today, please share it out. The more of us that wake up and take our power back, the faster that all of us get to experience the new earth collectively here together. I love you guys. See you next week.
The Akashic Records hold all information, past, present, and future, and are available to assist you now.
Do you seek answers within yourself but don't know if you can trust your intuition? Do you desire positive change in life but feel unsupported by others? Do you suffer from failure to execute but have hit your point of enough? Not only have I been there, but I have found my way out, and so can you. The Akashic Records are your key to understanding any area of stagnation and hold solutions to your greatest challenges. My mission is to teach you everything I know about the Akashic Records, how to use them with mastery, while always staying in beginner's mind, which will keep you humble yet powerful. It's all within you. Come, let me show you.
What have I gained from the Akashic Records? Reading the Akashic Records has strengthened and deepened my intuition, and at the same time allowed me to build a deeper connection with the inner wisdom of my gut and my heart in order to be able to support and challenge the decisions that I've made in my head.
Learning to read the Akashic Records helped me to cultivate the courage and the knowledge to start a new business. It helped guidance become clearer. It helped me become more confident for my entire life moving forward.